Now I'm back working with my Presa mix friend of a dog who I'm becoming very fond of. He's a joy to work with, a lovely dog, and I can't wait to see him get rehomed to an amazing family. But in today's video, I really wanted to dial in and get to the bottom of, is there any resource guarding concerns? Resource guarding, probably in my opinion, is the #1 cause of any kind of bites or attacks on people, on children. They don't tend to be the most severe of attacks, but definitely things around guarding toys, guarding food, guarding furniture, guarding anything that dog finds a resource and valuable is definitely something that we always want to get on top of, and it's something that I assess with every dog that I work with when I'm volunteering at this rescue centre. With the Presa, it had already eaten its breakfast, so we did a little bit of resource guarding around treats and food. But it doesn't seem to be overly food driven, which means that we wanted to then go and test toy drive. So we then started to test some toy drive, and that's where things got really fun. Good. Try that again. So obviously resource guarding is one of those things you saw from Shadow in a previous episode, how it can come out of nowhere so quickly. So I never ever recommend anybody doing this at home, but something I've got quite a lot of experience with. So what I want to do is get him guarding something and then see how willing he is to give it up, and not even a complaint, which is excellent. Again, try for, oh, good catch, yes! Yes, good. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Yeah, brilliant. So there doesn't seem to be any resource guard in there. Good boy, good boy. So again, this is a good example. So I'm not going to go in with my hand, but I'll use my foot to kind of claim it and see how he gives it up. Claiming the space, got the lead if I need it. Claiming the toy. Ears back, happy to give it up. Again, respectful of personal space, which is excellent. All brilliant. This will be fascinating. It's got bites going past to see how reactive he is. This is all real world stuff that happens on the fly. Again, he's a guard dog. I'm not asking him to not be interested. Happy days. Now, can we get his attention back, Buster? Yeah, good boy, good boy. So as you saw, absolutely no resource guarding concerns there whatsoever. As with any dog, no matter the breed, resource guarding can very quickly establish itself as soon as that dog doesn't trust that it has any leadership from the people in its lives. So even if we don't see resource guarding now, it doesn't mean that resource guarding might never happen in the future, and that's why it's always imperative that when you have a relationship with your dog, that relationship is based on leadership. Leadership comes first. That informs the relationship you have with your dog, and then you can utilize that relationship for any communication with your dog in terms of any forms of training to do the desirable behaviors, or to be able to train really efficiently bad behaviors out of the dog. So that's what is most important here, and we'll be able to help educate the new owner of this glorious Presa mix on how to make sure that you add those rules, boundaries and expectations in place for the dog. And I think from seeing some of the drive that we had around that ball, things like flirt pole training would be fantastic for this dog, and being able to really tap into that drive, make that a really fun experience, and really be able to then build that relationship and that engagement through an activity like flirt pole work would just be superb for this Presa. So again, if you think that you might want to offer this fantastic dog a wonderful forever home, Sophie at Fenrir Canine Leaders, there'll be a link down to that in the description box below. You can go and drop her an email, and if you think you can offer him a home, that's the person to go and speak to and get that process going. He's a wonderful dog, definitely would be really fun to work with. As with all rescue dogs, there's very rarely a dog that's perfect from the outset, but this is definitely a dog that just needs some rules, boundaries and expectations maintaining in its life moving forward. That'll build up a wonderful relationship, and then just some tune-ups around some obedience work would be more than enough.